Oh man, when you've been sick and lazy and just being a general bitch about things, you tend to forget promises. And one of the promises we made was we weren't going to take any more time away from the show, and we ended up doing it last week. So, sorry.
Don't.
It's all my fault.
Even
it's
though
all my
it is
fault.
Your fault. It is your fault.
Yeah.
But
it's my fault.
It is what it is.
However,
hey Rob,
back at
these guys
100%, man.
You
Do they?
Sick. Your AIDS was acting up. I get it.
It was. Sometimes you get flare-ups.
Yeah, man.
That's how it works, right? AIDS is like herpes.
Yeah, sometimes your AIDS just act up.
I mean, not that I have herpes or genital warts or anything. What? Not that I have that. I wouldn't know. I don't. Come on now. I don't. You've seen it.
I'm like, wait. No, I have not seen it.
Oh shit. That little like backflip plancha that running out of the ring thing that Tony Nese does. I do that shit. I do that shit when I get in bed every night.
It's awesome. Are you synced up here?
I think I might be. Like what did you just see? Yeah, everybody, this is Radio for Two now. 205 Live. What are you seeing right now? You're seeing Mustafa Ali?
I'm seeing the logo just popped up. I'm probably about a good 2 minutes in front of you.
Oh, well then you kiss my ass.
Cut back to you already.
They're recapping now. They're doing Jack Gallagher. Now they're showing Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy?
Don't call me Murphy. Call me Buddy.
Call me Buddy. Hey there, Buddy. Hey, Buddy.
Speaking of what you can call us, intro.
Check your feelings at the door because your boys are back. Whether it's happening in the ring or on the screen, they've got something to say about it. Are you ready? He's Robb English. He's Clifford L. Johnson. They are WNA.
Oh man, I love doing that.
I know, isn't it great? Whenever we want. Whenever we want, man.
Just go. Yeah. Like if I said one more time, if I said intro.
Check your feelings at the door because your boys are back. Whether it's happening in the ring or on the screen, they've got something to say about it. Are you ready? He's Robb English. He's Clifford L. Johnson. They are WNA.
And you decided to play one of the other versions. There you go. Because we have that power.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to do. Okay, well, whatever.
Nah, you just said it because you want that.
We've got three versions of it. We could spice it up. We could keep it haven't you ever like with a girl or I don't know, maybe you dude, whatever, like you want to keep it spicy. You try different things.
Spice it up.
You try different things. You're like, "Hey, this time we're going to go anal,"
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
Whoa. Exit only. Bro.
Hey.
Exit only.
Hey. That's right.
Trying to get your Deadpool on?
No. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you get sexy and, when sexy time happens, shit goes in.
Wow.
I'm not talking about me. Talking about you. Not that I've not
talking about
I'm
me.
just saying, like, welcome to the show, everybody. We're back. And we're drunk.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Nice little cup of dragons.
That's right.
Going on. Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, we've been
figured might as well.
We've been out for a week, 2 weeks. Would we say we've been out 2 weeks if we didn't have a show last week?
Technically,
no.
But then by saying that, every week you say you'd been out a week.
Oh, okay.
So, no. So we've only been out.
All right. Well, that's true. Okay. All right. Not to take away from what we're talking about, this Davari promo here. Can I just say that I'm already sick and tired of the shaky iPhone camera promos that WWE's been doing?
Why are they doing that? I don't know whose idea that was, but it's stupid.
What makes it worse is that on half the shows when they're saying something, they'll say a certain line and all of a sudden the words will pop up on the screen like a meme.
Yeah, it's all fucking huge.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
You can get these hands, and then get these hands pops up.
Hands across the screen. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Oh, Buddy Murphy.
Buddy.
What's up with the fucking...
Oh. We are synced up now.
Dang, Murphy's a big cat.
What the hell is he wearing?
I don't know. He looks like...
Yeah, he had to lose weight to fucking get on 205
Well,
Live.
you know, he's all right. He's doing okay in the world. You know, he's...
Yeah, I mean, he
got Alexa.
Get to come home and get Alexa.
That's right.
Like, congratulations, buddy.
Poor dude, though, his little intro video there looks like somebody did it on fucking Photoshop.
It doesn't even look like Photoshop. It looks like fucking Microsoft
Paint. So is this going to be the gimmick for him every
just
week?
Made a GIF.
Is this going to be the gimmick for him every week where they go, we gotta weigh ya?
Right.
Look at there, Scrap Daddy, Adam Pearce.
What is that dad AP doing now?
Drake Maverick, great name.
Yeah, you keep saying
Love that name.
It's so dumb.
Highway to the danger zone. I sounded just like Kenny Loggins, didn't I?
How much did Buddy weigh before this?
375 pounds.
Wow. He really
didn't
cut,
he?
He really cut down, man. That's crazy.
Buddy Murphy got them.
I actually like that though. That's kind of cool. Because I mean, the same thing with Cedric Alexander.
Yeah.
He walks around at like 220.
That's why Buddy Murphy's trunks there look the way they do.
Because he hulked.
That's right. He hulked out of them shits with his. See, I don't even want to do it any injustice. I was going to try to do an Aussie accent, but you know, for sake of love to our boys in the broadcast, I'm not even going to do it. Because everybody, when they hear Aussie accent, everybody thinks they got a spot on Aussie accent. You don't.
It's probably pretty terrible. We should just try to emulate Leo, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's really all you got to do.
I mean,
when I have auditions for like UK accents, I just pretend I'm Idris Elba.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow. Idris Elba, who should be Batman.
Fuck no. He shouldn't be.
You don't want to get into that fight?
He shouldn't be 007.
What? No, I disagree.
No, he could be 007. 007 is just a code name.
That's right.
That's fine.
Oh. You know, we've had some people request us to do like a watch along, like where we watch an old pay-per-view and do commentary over it. Because we're doing such a great job right now as we're watching 205 Live. That was not what was intended, folks. We just decided to watch it while we were recording.
Yeah. Just eye candy in the background.
Yeah. Eye candy? See? I knew it. Whoa. I knew it. I knew it. So yeah, man.
Just candy for
That's
your
right.
eyes, man.
Candy for that sweet tooth that you got going on right now.
Fucking terrible.
So man, like we were out last week and some shit went down and yeah. Would it shock you to hear me say that I really haven't given a fuck about wrestling for the last couple weeks?
Bruh, I'm on your side. I'm really on your side.
Like I've kept up on it and I've like I did skim through Raw this week and I did watch most of the gauntlet match that everybody's been blowing their load over.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm just kind of like, can we get the Mania already? Because it's going to reset the year, and then maybe I'll give a shit again.
Right, and then maybe we'll get some call-ups.
Right.
Maybe Aleister Black will come up or something, and then I'll be happy with Raw again. But
I mean, I will have the baby oil out if Aleister Black comes up. I'll just be watching Raw like, yeah.
Say, watching Raw while
about time. But there was a big change announced in the world of wrestling that you know, that brand split that we've been trying real hard to get back over when we did it 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago.
Less than, right. I was gonna say, it hasn't even been 2 years.
It was like June or July of 2016, right? Well, we're already kind of, we're going to ease it back a little bit.
Yeah. The gates weren't doing so well.
No, they
basically.
weren't. Apparently, pay-per-views are starting in May, so the first pay-per-view after Mania, we're going back to every show, every pay-per-view being both Raw and SmackDown again. How you feeling about that?
You think, you know, I'm okay with it technically, but if they're going to increase the time, then I'm not so keen on having 4-hour pay-per-views every month.
See, that's why I love you. You're professional. That's what you are.
Yeah.
You took a glance at that outline, son. That professional outline that I sent you.
Damn right.
Yeah, they are increasing the time, supposedly. Rumor is every pay-per-view is going to be 4 hours long.
Yay! More wrestling.
Yay.
That's going to be fucking long as shit, dude.
There's Buddy Murphy with the teabagger off the top rope.
Ooh, shit. We may be just slightly out of sync. I just saw him do the
teabagger
suicide.
Oh, you saw the suicide dive. Okay. Yeah, that happens like about 10 seconds or so before the teabagger.
Gotcha. Oh, yep, there it is.
Oh, nice roaring elbow, Aria.
Get these nuts is basically what the name of that move is.
Yeah, what's he calls himself the best kept secret. Well, these nuts. Oh, he's got shh written on his ass. Look at that. Get it? Because he's a secret.
He's a secret.
Shh. Shh. Wow.
Oh, you. Fun.
So yeah, every show 4 hours, huh? Are you how you feeling there? You said you didn't like the idea if they were going to extend the time. It's looking like they're gonna, and that's not even counting the pre-shows. They're still doing the hour pre-shows.
Do that.
And you got to think, before they did this, your Mania, your Rumble, your Survivor Series, your SummerSlam, those were 4 hour shows already, your big 4 pay-per-views. And there was talk before they decided to kill this and make every show dual brand that the Money in the Bank was going to be now considered one of the big pay-per-views, and they were going to have a big 5. So
Lord.
If Mania, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Rumble are your big pay-per-views, are they going to go another hour again and they'll be 5-hour shows?
Oh,
and for those big shows, what was that, Buddy Murphy?
Hey. You're ahead of me.
Looking like Clifford L. back in the day when we used to try to make matches on the trampoline.
What
We're going to call that finisher. Let me try something.
Hopefully it'll catch itself up.
Little pump handle.
My computer is acting silly.
No, it's silly, huh? So if those shows...
It's a silly goose.
If those shows are going to be 5 hours, and those shows always had 2-hour pre-shows, now you're talking the big shows are 7-hour shows.
Yeah, that's a long fucking time to be watching.
Right? I know. I'm not happy about this.
Not at all. I mean, I get it. Like, if you want to do it, like, you know, in like Wrestle Kingdom and stuff, it's like 7 hours, and you're just like, holy shit, it's so much wrestling. And then, you know, WrestleMania can be all day. It can be an all day event for all I give a shit.
Because it's the big show. Yeah, it's like the Super Bowl.
But I don't want to watch fucking Fastlane for 4 hours. I just can't. My brain. I'm already hemorrhaging myself watching Raw at 3 hours every fucking week. I don't know if I can do it.
Tell me you've seen Murphy's finish.
No, my fucking TV.
You know what?
I'm
about to slap the shit out of your TV.
I don't know what happened. It may be my internet or something, because my Chromecast is set up upstairs, and I have one of those transmitters that transmit to my TV downstairs. So it may be experiencing some
technical difficulties.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just let it be what it be, and then maybe one day it'll come back.
Drake Maverick is orange.
His fucking tan is always terrible.
He looks like he's Hulk Hogan's son. Oh my God. Let's see, what's that? Mustafa Ali versus Jack Gallagher to determine who's going to face Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy?
Kind of wish we would have got another like surprise call up or something like that in the tournament, but you know, I'm good with this.
Yeah. I was waiting on somebody, at least maybe since his NXT career is over now.
Johnny Gargano?
Young Johnny would show up. Or maybe Leo Rush, or you know, anybody else who else is tiny? In NXT.
Well, you said Leo Rush. Apparently Buddy Murphy got the spot that was supposed to be for Leo Rush.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, apparently that's what happened there. Damn. Elimination Chamber this Sunday. Okay, now wait. Now we're bouncing all over the place. I've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
So, all right, you got these dual branded pay-per-views. So that means now you're going to have, you would assume, all championships defended on all these pay-per-views. So that means you've got the World and Universal, the IC in the US, the 2 tag championships, the 2 women championships, and the cruiserweight title. There's 9 belts. Pay-per-views don't even have 9 matches half the time. So if they go 4 hours, you're going to have the whole show filled up with title matches. So basically, folks, if you're not in a title program, you ain't getting on the show.
You ain't getting on the show.
Which sucks for these guys.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, Kalisto coming out with his brothers in masks. Is this a faction?
Is the faction that I've talked about actually happening?
It looks like it.
Holy shit.
Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and Lince Dorado.
Did I fucking call it?
Because they're coming to the ring with Kalisto, and the only reason for that to be happening is if some shit's going down. If they're all on the same page.
Bruh, I'm pretty sure I called it.
Kalisto talking to Nigel McGuinness. He's saying they deserve it.
I deserve it.
Inside joke, y'all wouldn't know about that. So yeah. How was Black Panther?
Black Panther was
Did you cake everybody in the crowd with your semen?
You know, at the beginning I was splooging all over the floor.
Yeah.
And all over the back of people's chairs.
You tried your best to cover it up with your hand, but it was like trying to.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
Trying to hold back like a rushing, like you know when you got the water rushing out of a hose and you try to put your thumb over it, and it's just it's spraying everywhere.
It's like when you got to throw up really bad.
Don't hold it in because it's gonna come out your ears.
Yeah. So, the beginning, I was sploosh all over the floor, and then, but by the end of the movie, I was pretty flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit got soft.
And I know you still haven't seen it yet.
No.
Because you were sick.
Yeah, I'm more than likely going this weekend.
And I do. Yeah, I would recommend the viewing though. It was a good movie. It just, to me, and I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but, you know, SMD, it didn't live up to the MCU standard for me.
Really?
It didn't. Like, it was still a good movie in the sense of, like, it wasn't part of, like, it kind of felt standalone, even though they had, you know, they've shown and they introduced characters that were in other, you know, previous Marvel movies, but it still felt very standalone to me. Even like Ant-Man still managed to have Falcon in it, and it still made you feel like the Avengers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But Black Panther is, you know, more or less maybe technically not an Avenger at this point. So I understand. But there were some things that, you know, that happened at the end of Civil War and that will have to happen in Avengers or not Age of Ultron, Infinity War, that I don't feel like it really serviced the next film. And that's what I'm kind of used to at this point. But I know they want to try to establish standalones, but it just didn't feel like, you know, it felt like they were like, we'll give you a little bit and then, but not too much. And then we're not even going to even bring up, you know, certain things.
Right.
I'm trying to give you a spoiler.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Review here. So once you see it and we can actually discuss it, I'll go into further detail. Or if you want to just slide in my DMs, I can. I can tell you listeners.
Ooh.
But or just go to my Facebook post from a couple days ago because I kind of go in.
Cliff's asking for dick pics, y'all.
Whoa!
Go get him, Fred. With your abnormally pink wiener. Because, you know, he's a ginger.
He's got snowballs.
We got flying luchadors, everybody.
I don't have anything. My screen is pink and green.
Wow.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Oh, let's see. Lindsay headed to the top rope. Oh, we got the flying cat bath.
Flying cat bath.
And it's over. He just licked him. All right.
Stupid. How did that work out?
I don't know. So, man, we joked about it a little bit. Yeah. It's there's their pose. That's the lucha pose right there. That's the mask, the brothers in masks or whatever they want to call them. The luchas. There's a slow-mo of Lindsay hitting the flying cat bath. All right. And he landed all on his knees. But, we're going to pretend that didn't happen because, wrestling.
Wrestling.
So, yeah, we talked about it a little bit. The gauntlet match that everybody blew their load over on Monday.
Skeet.
Did you? Did you have any left after Black Panther?
No, I've actually I've emptied my whole sack.
Oh wow! So there ain't gonna be Kevin ain't getting a brother anytime soon.
No, not at least for another 6 months. Yeah, but it was, like I said, it was decent. The match, I only saw, honestly, the John Cena portion of the gauntlet.
So you saw, in my opinion, the worst part of the gauntlet.
That must have been, because I was like, man. And I didn't really.
Let's do a bunch of rest hold portions of the gauntlet match because we got to stretch this out. Gauntlet match lasted over 2 hours on Raw.
Yeah, I ended up flipping back and forth because I was like, if it's going to be the same people in this match, and obviously all of your main event talent is going to be in the first hour or two of the show, who's going to close the show? And I'm like, I'll just keep flipping back and forth until I'm interested. And I saw Cena and Rollins, and then I changed for Elias, and then I flipped back to see Miz defeat Finn and then get absolutely fucking destroyed by Braun Strowman.
Right.
Which was amazing. And to see Braun to be complete, like, he is so fucking over right now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck? Like, they, even during the Miz Finn match, they were saying we want Braun.
Yep.
And I'm just like, dude, this is crazy.
But
who would have thought that the big giant baby would be fucking?
Yeah, man. He came right out of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome and right into your ring.
Sure.
He's a child.
He's a child. But yeah, let's talk about Seth.
Seth was in the match for over 64 minutes. 64
Not
minutes. He was the Roman portion went over 20 minutes, him and Roman. And that was just like, spot fest after, spot fest there. They really kind of pushed the tempo. It was going fast. And then Cena came out and the brakes went on. And he and Cena went 34 minutes and 22 seconds.
Really? Yep. I didn't realize that was that long.
Yeah. Well, that's because Cena held him in a chin lock for 10 minutes. And then a body scissors. The deadly body scissors.
I didn't really get what they were doing with Cena as far as like him trying to make it seem like he was telling him, like, stay down. Like, why? Because
he was trying to help Seth not overexert himself, I guess. Which, by the way,
then you lost.
can I ask this question? I know everybody loved the match and everybody, was just, moved to tears by it, apparently. What were they fighting for?
Absolutely nothing.
So if I was somebody in that gauntlet match, wouldn't I just go ahead and pin me?
Right.
Count me out.
I kind of need to save my
energy. I need to save my energy for the chamber on Sunday.
When it matters.
When I'm fighting for the championship.
Yeah, I was like...
The only person that apparently got that memo was Elias. You know? But yet Seth, he cuts the promo like, if I don't win on Sunday, then what was the point of tonight? Well, yeah, what was the point of tonight, Seth?
Right.
What are you guys fighting for?
It was pretty dumb.
Right,
it wasn't like the winner gets to come out last or...
Yeah, they already did that.
Elias is already coming out last. So this was just like, who's going to have the advantage going in? Like, why didn't they just have singles matches with all of them? They just wanted to prove a point. They just wanted Seth Rollins to be able to...
Well, I feel like
they just wanted the talking.
Yeah, they're trying to get Seth back over again, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. It would have made a ton of sense to me to put some sort of stipulation on it, whether it be like a championship stipulation or something, but there was no point. You made them all wrestle for 2 hours.
Right.
Now, it popped a rating, which right then and there,
it
did a bit. But the third hour dropped. But then again, the third hour always drops because everybody's like, I can't watch 3 hours of wrestling every week. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it from what I've read is everybody's like, oh, Triple H. He did that. No, that was Vince. It was Vince's idea for the gauntlet match. But it popped a rating a bit, but then again, like, are you gonna do this every week? No.
Right. Are we gonna have another gauntlet match?
No, but maybe you are gonna see
it's the tag team gauntlet match.
But maybe you are gonna see more longer, wrestling matches on Raw, which is fine because, like we said, you got 3 hours. Fill it.
No, I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally okay with that.
Ooh, Jack.
I think maybe he saw 205 Live and was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I am.
So this is what you guys are doing?
I am digging this, though.
They're saying this is good?
Yeah, I am digging this, like the wrestling heavy 205 Live, the Cruiserweight Classic like 205 Live.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I mean, well, look at Gallagher there with his green crushed velvet trunks. What is this? Socks.
Oh, he's got new trunks.
Yeah. Socks are dope, though.
Is he back to being a face?
I don't think so.
Oh.
He's just not wearing like a suit in the ring anymore, which, was just fucking dumb. Speaking of dumb, can we talk about Roman Reigns a little bit?
Uh-oh.
So, don't get a boner, kids. We're not going to make fun of Roman Reigns. We're actually kind of Roman Reigns fans here on the show. So, no, we're not going to talk about how he shouldn't be pushed. We're not going to talk about how he shouldn't be the guy. What we are going to talk about, though, is this rumored connection to a jailed steroid dealer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The news came out a few weeks ago, and he said, I've never met the guy. The guy said that Roman Reigns was one of his clients, and he had the proof. And then Roman made what could be a fatal mistake here and said, I don't know him. I've never met him. Well, last week, this guy released a bunch of proof of one of the people that he said was his client, Josh Duhamel from the Transformers franchise, showing text messages and conversations they've had and what the guy purchased from him. And apparently he's saying he's going to release the proof of what he had for Roman this week. It hasn't come out yet, as of the time we start recording here, Thursday night. But I say to you, we've talked about it a bit on the show. You and I have kind of gotten into a bit of a fight about it whenever we talk about Jinder Mahal and his back knee ridden body and in my opinion, quite obvious steroid abuse.
It's not steroids, man. It's diet.
Oh, that's right. It's all diet.
It's just diet, bro.
He's eating really clean.
That's right.
And he's got a hygiene problem, which, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I sweat a lot.
Bitch tits. But to me, if you're Roman, you shoot yourself in the foot when you say you don't know the guy. Now, as you've brought up, and I believe I've even agreed with you, steroid use in pro wrestling doesn't really have the same, in my opinion, negative connotation that it does in, say, professional sports, because you're not gaining a competitive edge. It's all cosmetic. You're just, it makes you look better on camera. It's not making you lift, guys easier. It's not making you run faster, jump higher in the ring, so to speak. You just look bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem more so comes from the fact that WWE is a publicly traded company that touts their wellness program, in which they supposedly test for steroids and have suspended guys in the past for testing positive.
I like to pause real quick.
Sure.
Did you just say supposedly?
Did I? Did I say supposedly?
No, I think I said you said supposedly.
Supposedly?
With a B.
What?
I think you did. We're going to come back. My bad.
You going to rewind it?
Maybe I just heard
Hit
it.
that rewind.
We'll rewind it. We'll
did
see.
I?
I don't know if you did or not.
All right.
We'll
Drop
see.
it now. I don't care what you guys just heard. I'm going to say no.
Let's have a poll, everyone, please. Did you hear supposedly or supposedly?
Anyways.
I'm sorry.
Anyways.
And unpause.
On the Romans, on the Roman Reigns, if the guy is taking something and it's not being caught by WWE's all, powerful testing, how? Is it because he's the chosen one?
Yeah. I mean, he is. They did the same thing with Hulk Hogan.
Hey, brother.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey.
We all knew Hogan was juicing.
But in those days, they didn't care. Everybody was.
True.
Everybody was.
Fought it.
The Bulldogs, Hogan, I believe even Macho was at one point, he was looking big and beefy. Don Morocco was a big dude, and he was, looked like, your gym teacher. He was a big tubby, barrel chested guy. And then out of nowhere, he was the Rock Don Morocco, and he was cut up. Why? Probably because he was juicing. Billy Graham, superstar Billy Graham was renowned for his physique. Well, it was all steroids, and it caught up to him. But that's why he looked the way he looked. Everybody was back then. It wasn't as big of a deal. But nowadays, when you put this testing in place because of, Eddie Guerrero's early passing, Chris Benoit, these guys who obviously, when you look back at the photos now, were on something to make them look the way they looked. And in the case of Eddie Guerrero, which you can also point to some of the, his own, self-admitted drug addictions and things like that, that does cause damage to your body. But he, passed away while brushing his teeth because his heart just gave out. And they said that he had an enlarged heart, which obviously could be a side effect of, steroids, human growth hormone, what have you. So if you're testing for these things for their health, why are you not catching it? I ask you, Clifford L., why are they not catching it?
Because they don't want to. They don't want nobody, especially Roman, because at this point, if Roman gets caught with another wellness violation, he's already had one for weed.
Mm-hmm. Was it, though?
But it probably was for fucking this.
I think it was. Because, listen, I think it was because when these allegations surfaced, when he made that statement, I've never met this man, blah, 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 he said, I made a mistake nearly 18 months ago that I've already paid the price for.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you be referencing that if you weren't talking about what he's talking about? Ooh, Mustafa Ali just landed all ass cheek on the floor.
Damn you.
Oh my God. And he's holding his ass cheek. The ref's on his talk box.
Did he break his ass?
Mustafa's got a busted ass crack, folks.
I think he broke his ass, guys.
And yes, I said Mustafa. You're not going to say I said Mufasa.
Did you just say Mufasa Ali?
Oh. And they show the replay. Anybody ever notice that Mustafa Ali has the Starbucks logo all over his shit?
I was going to say that. Like, he totally has a Starbucks
it's a
on
good
his
thing that,
trunks.
They let Brock be sponsored by Jimmy John's and Mustafa Ali be sponsored by Starbucks.
Yeah, well, Roman's going to be sponsored by GNC pretty soon.
Oh, look at you.
Because, that was called a
and
callback.
Jinder Mahal's going to be sponsored by Clearasil.
He needs to be sponsored by Borden.
Because of them bitch tits.
Fucking bitch tits.
Need to milk that bitch.
Need some milking.
Jesus.
Because those are obviously ready to be milked.
Yeah, they are.
They're quite swollen.
They are.
They're engorged.
Those are some aggressive nipples you got there, Jinder. Could you have them take it back a notch? Just take some of the glare out the stare a little bit. Because they are looking at me wrong right now. Oh, we might just have the title for our episode, Aggressive Nipples.
Right.
Okay, speaking of aggressive nipples.
Okay. Oh, man. So we're just totally bypassing this whole steroid thing.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, you know what? Look, at the end of the day, they don't want their golden boy to go down. If he gets busted again, he's got to get fired.
Ooh. to take a line from our former co-host and apparently former friend, because he doesn't want to talk to us anymore, Ed Rowland.
Jeez.
I'm going to get real tinfoily here. Put my tinfoil conspiracy theory hat on. What if the whole purpose of the gauntlet match and having Seth go over 60 minutes and get himself the fuck over is just in case some damaging shit came out for Roman this week and they had to suspend him for 60 days, and now it's Seth against
Seth
Brock
Rollins is the man
at WrestleMania.
Again. Well, I mean, that's kind of what they did the last time, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like, Roman went down and they strapped the rocket to Seth.
As they should. Why wouldn't you at this point?
True.
The guy is fucking incredible in the ring.
Incredible in the ring. He's gold on the mic. Like,
oh, damn. Gallagher is trying to murk Mustafa Ali right now.
You know what? I'm upset because I can't watch it.
Fuck your Fire Stick or your Chromecast or whatever.
Stupid Chromecast. Whatever.
Ooh. This reminds me. Ring of Honor just started their streaming service. Have you heard about this? Honor Club or whatever it is?
No. I'm off the loop on that.
Yeah. They're doing a monthly streaming service now, which I would assume is going to have, all of their back catalog available for streaming. And it's a monthly fee. And depending on which tier of the monthly fee you sign up for, you get like first dibs on tickets when they come to your area. You get like discounts on tickets or, merchandise or whatever. And they even have to where if instead of paying monthly, you pay $99 for the entire year, or no, excuse me, not $99 for the entire year, $120 for the entire year. There is a $99 for the year option. But if, say, you do $120 for the whole year, not only do you get the streaming of, their catalog, and, I believe you get their shows, like whenever they got a new show, you can stream it live. But their pay-per-views you get as part of the package.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, looks like another $10 down my fucking drain. Jeez.
Ow! Mustafa Ali with the reverse 450, or I believe as some people have been calling it, the 054.
Nah. Why don't they just call it the negative 450?
Ooh. Why don't they call it what it is called, the imploding Star Press?
Because they're stupid. And they'll never call things what they really are.
Yeah. Mamma mia.
That's right.
Damn it, Morrow.
Even Morrow doesn't get it all the time. He tries. The only person that I can say in WWE history that literally called everything what it was called, Matt fucking Stryker.
Fuck Matt Stryker.
What? I used to love Matt Stryker.
I did.
What did he do?
I was singing his praises on Twitter and he slid up in my DMs.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, man.
What'd he say?
Dick pics. I got to see little Matty. He was winking.
Oh, man. You had me there.
Yep.
You had me.
Yep.
Good job.
You like that? So speaking of aggressive nipples and winking in your DMs, Jeff Jarrett in the Hall of Fame, everybody.
What? Yeah, when I saw that, I said, what the fuck? I guess they figured, hey, we have all of your TNA originals now. They're all in our programming now. We might as well. We've had Dixie Carter on our fucking network.
Right.
Why not Jeff Jarrett?
Now, Of course, Jeff Jarrett has nothing to do with aggressive nipples. I just was wanting to throw that out there because I like saying it now. But talk about things that you never thought you would hear in 2018. Jeff Jarrett in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And if you'd like me to recap why that's so bizarre, allow me to take you down memory lane for a moment. So, yes, Jeff Jarrett founded and created Impact Wrestling, formerly known as Total Nonstop Action, formerly known as NWA TNA, as a competitor to WWE. But that isn't necessarily why you wouldn't think that you would see him in the Hall of Fame. No. The reason why you wouldn't think that you would see him in the Hall of Fame is because when Jeff Jarrett was in WWE and was their Intercontinental Champion after the death of Owen Hart, he went into a match with Chyna in which he was supposed to lose to Chyna and lose the Intercontinental Championship to her, but his contract was up. For whatever reason, they didn't sign him ahead of time. His contract was due to expire. He was leaving. He did not want to re-sign. He could have very well just walked out on WCW television with the IC title. But he offered to show up at the pay-per-view and drop the belt as long as they paid him up front the money he was owed for merchandising and house shows. Which isn't necessarily a bad business move on his part, but he was holding the company up for money.
Yeah.
And he asked for it all up front, and I believe the number that was floated out there was something like $250,000, $350,000 or something like that he was owed, and he wanted it all up front. I could be way off on that number too, by the way. I'm drunk. But it could be 25,000 or 35,000, but whatever. 250,000 sounds
right.
better.
Google it.
Right. And he wouldn't show up unless they did it. And he basically had Vince McMahon over a barrel, and he was fucking him, to quote Ice Cube, no Vaseline. And he got paid. And he did the job, and he walked out.
Get that bread, homie.
Which is why when Vince McMahon bought WCW, he fucking fired Jeff Jarrett live on television.
Immediately.
So when you put a list of names that you thought would never come back to WWE, his name was near the top of that list.
Mm-hmm.
Couple that with the fact that he was in charge of a former competitor. Couple that with the fact that Jeff Jarrett has been in the news recently for his own personal demons. You thought you'd never hear that name.
Oh, shit. You know what, though?
Yeah.
The WWE did put him into rehab.
That's right. But they do that for all former talent.
Right, but I'm saying but after this stint, they probably just start having conversation.
Exactly.
Huh.
Because now...
Is that where you were leading?
That's where I was leading.
Did I jump ahead?
You did a little bit, but that's okay because you know what?
My bad.
That's what this show is.
That's right. I was there, though. I was there with you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You were talking about it, and I'm like, oh.
Hey, I'm
wait a minute.
Holding the bottle up. Ready? Cheers.
Yeah. Ding.
There you go. I thumped it on the mic. There you go.
Yeah. Did you hear it?
Did I? Did I thump it on the mic? Huh?
Oh, wait. Here you go.
Oh, look at you. I can't do that, though. Wait, maybe I can. Nope.
It sounded like you just spilled beer everywhere.
I did a little bit. I smacked it on the table. I got the mic on, and it was like splash up. Damn.
Like, let's not. Yeah.
I felt like a white girl in Clifford L's room, circa 2005. It just splashed all over my face. Anyways, wow, you didn't even sell that.
What?
You didn't even sell that. You didn't even sell what I said.
I missed it.
I said I smacked the bottle on the table that the mic was on, and all of a sudden I knew what it was like to be a white girl in Clifford L's room circa 2005 because it splashed all over my face.
And you don't have to say a word.
So yeah, apparently, I don't know this to be 100% true, but you got to assume, because a lot of these people that have had negative ties to the company over the last several years that have made it back into the Hall of Fame, the person usually extending that olive branch is one Triple H. So let's put that tinfoil hat back on. Vince. Nice. Look at that sound effect. Vince has been taking a step back a little bit in terms of Triple H and giving him a little bit more power. We were talking about his influence now over the 205 Live show. A lot of people are thinking that you couple this with the fact that Triple H has reached out now and hired people like Jeremy Borash. Could potentially he be bringing Jeff Jarrett back into the fold because he is now trying to stock his inner circle for when he eventually takes over control of the company, with people like Jeremy Borash, with people like Jeff Jarrett, with his NXT crew, like, Matt Bloom and God, why am I drawing a blank on somebody that's not, Shawn Michaels is now working down in the Performance Center, things like that. Could he be stocking his crew with people that are quote unquote wrestling people because that's his plan?
Well, if he's smart, and which it seems to be that he is, I would. If you think about it, just as far as like what the only thing at this point that is going to get viewers to get back to watching wrestling like they did before is if they start tapping into the social media market, which is what they're doing. Although some of the stuff is stupid with that whole shaky cam bullshit. But I get it. They're trying. And then also to get back to wrestling. It's wrestling goes in waves, and, it's been around for fucking forever. But it's like, it's to this point now where it's just not what it was, and you can't do the same thing that you were doing in the Attitude Era because of the whole PG, the PG movement. And at the same time, if you can't give people that same edgy, adult content, you have to hit them with good wrestling. Because when you watch any other sport, what they keep trying to say is that they want, we want football to be football again, and that's the reason why Vince is relaunching the XFL. But it's just like, wrestling needs to be wrestling. It doesn't need to be sports entertainment. And
says you.
Says me, yeah, and says a fucking bunch of people that agree. If you agree, please email us at
WNA podcast at gmail.com.
WNA podcast at gmail. There you go.
Speaking of which, I wanted to shout out to Mel in the UK.
Hey, Mel.
Hey.
WCW forever.
She asked us, where's our t-shirt? Well, if you'd like to purchase a WNA t-shirt, Mel, you can do so at Stay Red, REDD, because it's double the D. Stay Red.
Right.
.spreadshirt.com.
There you can get it.
And by the way, Mel, I'm jealous of your fitness level.
Yeah, same here. Ditto.
She put it up on her Twitter, her before and after photo, and I need her help to get these pounds off. Maybe the beer that I've been drinking ain't helping, but you know what?
Probably not.
Okay, wait.
I'm pretty sure it's not helping, sir.
Shut your fucking mouth. To go back to Jeff Jarrett for a moment here. I was correct. His contract expired on October 16th, 1999. One day before his scheduled match with China at No Mercy. And Jarrett wrestled at No Mercy, nonetheless, losing the Intercontinental Championship. China. Did I say? I said China.
China, yeah.
China later alleged
it's got to be the beer.
That Jarrett and Russo had colluded in order to delay Jarrett's title defense until after Jarrett's contract had expired, and that Jarrett had subsequently made a deal with WWF chairman Vince McMahon for $300,000 in order to wrestle without a contract. In 2006, wow. Jarrett asserted that he had only been paid what he was owed by the WWF, and in a 2008 interview for a TNA special, Jarrett stated that not only were his negotiations cordial and in good faith, but that he also got stock options in WWF's IPO, which occurred 2 days after he left.
Oh, wow.
So not only did he say, you're going to pay me $300,000 to show up and wrestle, but you're also going to give me some stock options.
So which means while he owned TNA, he also owned some of WWE.
True. Or he could have sold that stock and used that money to fund the creation of TNA.
Nah, he wouldn't have been able to sell it that fast.
Hey. Dude, it was 2000. TNA didn't start until 2002.
No, I'm saying their stocks didn't go up that much in that time.
True. Stop trying to throw logic at me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God damn it.
My apologies.
Damn, I'm done on this beer.
This old college education.
You lie.
Well, I got some.
I got some too. Got some.
Got some.
I made it.
I got a little bit.
I made it through our list. We don't have a list now.
We're done with the list already?
We're done with our list. We're done with our shitty ass fucking outline. Now we just got a few minutes to chat. You want to just chat? You want to talk like we used to?
You want to chat?
Want to sip coffee?
Wait a minute. No, you didn't talk about Spawn.
Oh, I didn't. I did want to talk about that, but I was going to tie it into Black Panther. So you ready? We're going to rewind to me saying something about Black Panther. Ready? Here we go. So Black Panther, now that it's been a hit that it is, obviously WWE.
What the hell are you talking about? You know what? We're going to rewind it again.
Hollywood's very much a copycat entertainment place.
OMG. We're not rewinding it.
So now that Black Panther is a hit, there's going to be more black superhero movies coming out. We joked about it on our previous episode where we were talking about they could do Black Racer. Everybody, you want a Black Racer movie? Do you want a Static Shock?
It would be Black Racer.
Black Racer? Well, Black Racer, wasn't he he skied, didn't he? Didn't he have skis?
I have no fucking clue.
Hold on. I swear to you, I'm pulling it.
I don't know.
He picked that iPad back up again. I'm telling you, Black Racer skied.
Black Racer, bruh. I had no clue.
Hold on. I'm doing it. If I'm right,
I just know he existed.
if I'm right, and I'm able to pull that off of memory while I'm drunk.
Holy shit, he totally does have skis.
I knew it. Black Racer, DC, a deity and avatar of death in the DC comics, who often hunts those affiliated with the Speed Force.
Oh.
Abilities: superhuman speed, immortality, flight via cosmically powered skis.
Cosmically powered skis.
Intangibility, touch of death, and wears cosmic armor. He looks like he's wearing a suit of armor while on skis.
While on skis. It wouldn't be so bad if he didn't actually have the ski poles in his hand.
It's the ski poles that makes it worse.
It's like, why does he need the poles?
Now, if you look at the more modern Black Racer, that looks kind of dope because those ski poles look like sickles almost, and he's got like this cyborg look to him. But if you look at old school Black Racer here,
it's terrible.
where it's just a black dude with skis and ski poles and a cape and like a knight's helmet on. There you go. I want to see that version in a movie. Bring that Black Racer on Flash.
Not at all.
But yeah. So now that Black Panther's the hit that it is, I'm hoping that we're finally going to get the Spawn reboot that we've deserved since the original shitty ass Spawn movie came out.
Whoa. First of all, the Spawn movie was amazing.
The Spawn movie had a dope soundtrack.
It did. And
the Marilyn Manson,
the worst part of the Spawn movie, the worst part of the Spawn movie was Violator.
Yes.
Like Clown, John Leguizamo as Clown was fucking classic.
Okay.
But when they changed him to Violator, the CGI just didn't add up yet. Even though the cape was amazing.
Oh, the cape was that was where all the money was spent with the CGI was the cape.
Yeah.
Everything else
all to the cape.
Malboja and Violator looked like fucking ass cheeks.
Yeah, that was bad. And I think they tried to do too much with going CGI versus practical, and it just didn't add up.
And didn't they turn Chapel into a woman?
Yeah, well,
Jessica Priest, wasn't that her name?
Oh, yeah.
That was supposed to be Chapel?
Mm-hmm. So they took some liberties with the story there. With the mythos, as I like to use my big words.
Look at you. It's because you've been drinking.
Yeah. I've been drinking. But yeah, the Spawn, I love the Spawn movie, and I love Michael Jai White. He's awesome.
Did you just say Michael Jai Mai?
Michael Jai Mai.
Michael Jai Mai.
Michael Jai Mai. Michael Jai Mai.
I worked with Michael Jai Mai on a movie together.
Yeah. I worked with him on For Better or Worse. I actually coordinated a season with him.
Did you?
I did.
Did you guys hang out?
Pretty fucking cool. We didn't really hang out, but we went out a few times for dinner and drinks and stuff with the crew.
Did he tell you he was going to get you in Black Dynamite?
Did he what?
Did he tell you he was going to get you in Black Dynamite? You don't know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I can't hear you.
Black Dynamite.
All I heard, no, all I heard you say was Black Dynamite. That's all I heard.
Did he tell you he was going to get you in Black Dynamite?
Oh, no, he didn't. I wish he did, because I would totally have been in it. But he did not. There's a Black Dynamite 2 coming out.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. But so hopefully, yeah, I would love a Spawn reboot though. Every time they start talking about it though, Todd McFarlane pops up on his Instagram feed and he's like, "Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that, shit's happening." And he says it like every 6 months for like the last 10 years.
And he says he's going to Clive Barker that shit and direct it himself.
Yeah.
He's not, supposedly he is not going to let a new movie be optioned unless he is attached as director. That's what I had read.
Well, maybe that's why they're like, well, then I guess this movie's not going to get made then, buddy. Show me something you've directed. But the Spawn animated series was phenomenal.
The Spawn animated series was awesome.
Man, they should do that. I would be okay if they rebooted that for HBO or fucking Netflix or something. Because that was incredible.
I've been meaning to binge that lately on HBO. HBO Go. Like you can binge the whole thing on HBO Go right now.
I was just kind of pissed because it ended and I was like, wait, what happened? This is supposed to continue.
If Michael Jai White sounded like Keith David, then I would have loved the Spawn movie even more.
Yeah. That is the one. Michael Jai White's voice doesn't have that.
Doesn't have that Keith David,
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking it full circle, Keith David used to do the voiceovers for TNA. So Keith David could potentially be going into the celebrity wing of WWF Hall of Fame.
This is Slammiversary. Keith David is one of my voiceover idols.
Keith David had the greatest fight scene, in my opinion, in movie history with Roddy Piper in They Live.
Oh, yeah, They Live. Is that the I Came Here for Two Things?
That movie, yes. But the fight scene was in like an alley. And they fought for like 10 minutes in the movie.
For like forever, yeah.
And like
fight forever.
Yeah. And there was like a Roddy Piper like side suplex Keith David on the concrete at one point. I was like, damn. Like gut wrenched him.
Yeah, I do remember that shit. That was funny. But we had a discussion about Black Panther in the Culture Junkies thread.
I haven't been in there in forever. Culture Junkies, by the way, a Facebook group. If you are a geek like us, give them a look.
That's right.
We're in there.
Culture Junkies.
We're in there.
But they were talking about somebody brought up, I think it was my boy Marcus who brought up Black Panther, and then the question was about, do you think that they'll start putting the spotlight on other minority characters? So not just like Black Panther or Spawn or Blade, but what do you think about, since now, with the success of Wonder Woman, that you're going to get more spotlight on female comic book characters, and then with the success of Black Panther, you'll be able to highlight minority characters. So it got us thinking about, like, what if they did, Amadeus Cho as the new Hulk, or the new Captain Marvel, who is, I believe, I don't want to say, I think she's either Indian or Arab.
She's Arab. Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan, yeah. I was like, that would be pretty cool. You could do a She-Hulk movie now if you want. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways that you can go now. And I think that certain groups that have been not really, they haven't been given the forefront. Have kind of been in background characters since Hollywood's existed, which are minorities and women.
Mm-hmm.
Now that they're seeing that that female leads or minority leads can actually make money, which I'm pretty sure that they could have for the dawn of time, but they just haven't had Disney's marketing budget. So if you can get Disney's marketing budget, anybody can be a fucking lead and make money. And I think that's what they're starting to realize, is that it doesn't really matter what color the cast is. It doesn't matter what race the cast is. It matters how much you put it in front of people and how much people are going to respond to it. Because the reason Black Panther sold the way that it did was because Disney's marketing has been fucking amazing.
Yes.
And they took, and it went viral. And now you have every black celebrity talking about Black Panther. You have every black Facebook group, every black Twitter group talking about Black Panther. It's right now the highest rated movie of all time on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it has 100%, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it destroyed Justice League's box office in 4 days.
4 days.
4 fucking days, and it outsold Justice League's entire domestic run.
Yep.
In 4 days. Absolutely insane. But that's Disney, man. That's fucking Disney.
It doesn't matter if you are...
Imagine.
It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Chinese, Arab, doesn't matter at all. You don't have to be human. If you have enough, like you said, of that marketing behind you, you could carry a film, in my opinion, if you have the right marketing behind it. I mean, hell,
yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're human. Bring Johnny Five back. Where's Short Circuit 3, damn it?
Oh no! Did you see that fucking that video of the damn? I guess they call it a quadruped or whatever the hell opening the door.
No,
dude, there's a fucking AI robot. It's like it kind of has the same motions as like a dog almost, or like a just a small 4-legged creature, but it literally learned how to open doors. So
fucking
Skynet on us.
God damn it!
And it's gonna definitely be taking us over in the next 20 years for sure.
Shit.
So get ready. All it's gonna take is one fucking super smart person to fucking flip his lid and start putting crazy AI chips in these damn computers and these fucking thick sex dolls. Have you seen that shit? Bro, this shit's crazy, bro. Like, it's fucking sex dolls. They look like...
They do.
Like fucking video girls, bro. I'm like, what?
I mean, what was it? What was it not long ago? The Real Doll. You remember that? Like, the Real Doll came out, and it was like a 80-pound, lifelike rubber
like torso
sex doll. Yeah. For one, if I'm that hard up to where I need to buy a sex doll, why has it got to be a damn near 100-pound doll that I got to like lug around and put up in like different positions and shit like that? like you already feel like a loser fucking your hand half the time. You're going to be putting it to a doll. But now you got like sex robots are coming, right?
Yeah.
Like it's only a matter of time.
Dude, they're here. They're here. They're not here in America, but they're in Japan.
Damn.
I'm telling you, bro. Look that shit up. It's crazy. And then they have like these new, like just crazy shit. It was like this whole big, like everybody was tripping about him because like
it's gonna be like
just,
Blade Runner.
For real.
Gonna have replicants.
Look over. It looks like a fucking real person. It's just crazy.
Damn.
Anyway, we've gotten all off track. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Okay,
anymore.
Speaking of off track, this has nothing to do with anything we talk about on the show, but when I saw this news story for some reason, I said, I want to talk about this with Cliff. Did you see this news story about the people that got a plane had to do an emergency landing because people got into a fight because the dude would not stop farting on the plane?
No, I didn't see that.
So, from what I understand, this dude is on a plane and he's sitting next to these other two people and he's farting on the flight. And they're trying to be polite and he's done it enough to where they finally speak up and go, dude, could you maybe not fart anymore, please? And he refused, which I kind of see his point of view. Like, dude, if I got to fart, I'm gonna fucking fart. You're not gonna tell me. Like,
better out than in,
right,
buddy.
You know, I don't know how long this flight is. If it's like a fucking, you know, like flight from here to Australia, a 24-hour flight, I'm not holding in my fart for 24 hours, son. Like, I'm sorry. You know, if I got like another half hour to go, okay, I can deal with a little stomach discomfort for you, but fine. But if I got like 3 hours to go, nah, bro, I'm farting. It is what it is. You know,
hey, bro, I had the chili in the terminal, right, man. Sorry.
I'll give you warning. You know, if I feel one brewing, I'll be like, all right, son, pull the shirt up. Like, you know, like, let's cover this shit up. But he wouldn't stop. And apparently after he continued to fart, there was like a big argument that broke out, like a fight, right? And they had to stop the fight and they ordered the flight to land and police came on board and took the people off the flight. It was 2 dudes and 2 women that were taken off the plane and are now banned from flying this airline from now on, all over fucking farting.
That's hysterical.
Have you ever had like potent enough farts to where you probably could have got arrested or anything like that?
I've had one fart in my history that literally stuck to the wall. I don't know what the fuck happened or what I ate. And you can ask my brothers and Sean about this. This was this one time. If you mention this time, they can all remember it vividly because it would not leave the house. It was that bad. It happened one time in my life, and I was like, we were all sitting at my cousin's house playing NFL 2K, and it was the most rancid, like, it was so bad. It was so bad. And I'm like, eyes watering, people gagging. It was terrible. And if you bring it up, you'll just say, the next time you talk to Sean, just say, hey, what happened that one time, Cliff, when you guys were playing NFL 2K? You can be as vague as that, and he'll be like, "Oh, bro,
we need to ask him.
Let me tell you.
We need to ask him. Like he's supposedly we're trying to get him to come over here to get on the show, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll ask that story on Mike.
Right. Don't bring it up. Just let him. We'll just talk about it for a hot. Like you can just lay it up, and I'm telling you, he's gonna immediately be like, "Oh, bro, I remember." Immediately, that's how bad it was. It was the most memorable fart in fart history.
I don't think I've ever had that issue. The worst thing that I've had was like when we were on some of them road trips to Dayton, to Ring of Honor shows. My burps in the car. Like you've said it before.
Well,
like,
why were your burps always so terrible? Like I never understood. Like, what were you eating?
It's all that Pepsi, man. Got that rotten stomach now.
And it must have been, man, because I used to be like, "What the fuck?" Like I can understand if you farted. But that came from your mouth. I was like, dude, it's like, and it wasn't like your breath stunk.
Right. It just came up from my stomach.
Burps were rancid.
Just, we would be in the car and I would just let one of those go. And not only was it powerful, like, it was loud, but it would just it would float through the car and it would linger. No
matter how many windows you had down. You could have burped that through a filter and it would have still got through.
There was one trip where you were ready to fight me if I burped again.
Hell yeah, because you were killing me in the backseat. Like, what is wrong with you?
Man.
I'm glad you don't drink Pepsi like that anymore.
Nah.
Jeez.
But I still have the power. That's the one thing that I can still do. I can shake the walls with a burp.
That's terrible.
But I'm glad. You said you weren't feeling very good last week when I was saying I wasn't.
No,
feeling
actually,
right.
Yeah. So as soon as you told me you were sick, I was coming down with a cold. So like that whole day, I was just like out of it. I just took some Theraflu earlier that day, or no, the night before, and I slept forever. So when you were like, "You're sick," I'm like, "Oh, thank God, I'm sick too." Like, I don't want to do it either.
I tried. Like I was really like, we went down to the wire. We were going to do like we did tonight. We were going to record on Thursday and just put it up the next morning. But I was like, dude, I went to work that day and I had no business going to work because I was fucked up. My stomach was it was like a stomach bug. I didn't have the flu. I didn't have a cold. There was just something going on to where it was like I wasn't feeling right, like cold sweats, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I had food poisoning or what, but I just was not okay. And it lingered for days. But I'm better now. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. Back to drinking.
Yeah. What's the sickest you've ever been?
Get your drink on. The sickest I've ever been. In like an illness type sick or like a hangover type sick?
Either. Like what? Like when you think of like, goddamn, I never want to experience that again. Like what's the one, whether it been a cold or stomach or whatever, where you were like, well, never.
I had a stomach flu that was when I was probably my mid-20s. This is probably 10 years ago. That literally, like, I threw up for like 2 days constantly, like all day, every day. And I couldn't stop. So like after everything inside of my body was gone, I like just dry heaved for like hours on end. but nothing would come out. I guess like whatever it was like my body was like, it's got to come out of you. It's got to come out of you. And I'm like, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. So I just, like my whole body was just tensed up. My fucking stomach felt like I had done crunches for 3 days straight. Like every muscle in my body was just like tensed and tightened. And it felt like I was on a nonstop fucking workout. Like it was terrible. And I don't know if I got a bug from somebody or if it was some food that I ate. That was when we were living over at the frat house.
Yeah.
It was awful. Yeah. And then I had similar when I had a hangover. I think I had alcohol poisoning one time. And instead of me being smart and going to the doc, I went to work because I had to work the next day. And same thing. Like as soon as the lights turned on in the back office, and I just like immediately threw up everywhere. And then I dry heaved for the whole day. And then I stayed in bed for 2 days because I couldn't even move. Like I may have almost died and didn't know it.
Worst I ever was sick. I got it from eating KFC. At salmonella.
Oh.
I was down for like 2 whole weeks. Within like 10 minutes after eating it, it was just flying out of me. And I wasn't right for, like I said, like 2 whole weeks. I didn't go to work. I think it was like for like 2 or 3 days. But then I was like, all right, I can't take, any more time off of work. I got to go to work. But I shouldn't have been back to work. And I went in and like, you know how you feel when you're like, when you are sick, you know what I mean? Like you're talking about like hungover sick, you know what I mean? Like your head's pounding, every smell turns your stomach. You can barely ingest anything. Like even water sometimes will make you like retch, And at the time I was a teller at a credit union and I'm sitting at my window and, a couple hours go by and I'm giving cash to people and I'm just like, I am not okay. Like I should not be here. And I told everybody, I told my bosses, I was like, I'm really, really, really sick. I said, it's food poisoning. So it's not like I'm contagious, but I'm really sick. But I can't take any more time off. You know what I mean? Like I have to work, I was living on my own, I was like, I can't, I can't take this time off. I need to work. And like you talk about how your stomach was, right? Well, I'm sitting, can't believe I'm about to share this. Anyways, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm sitting there and like my stomach is just doing flips and it's cramping up. And like, I feel like I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about farting on a plane. I'm like, I feel like I got to fart, but I'm worried that if I do, it won't just be a fart.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like,
shark action going on.
I got to handle this delicately. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let this, I gotta hit the release valve a little bit. So I tried to like squeak one out. And as I'm like squeaking out, I fucking shit my goddamn pants at work.
Oh no.
It wasn't even like a little bit. It was like full on fucking bloom.
Dude.
Now I am sitting in khaki pants.
Oh.
Shirt and tie, no jacket. And I say to myself, oh dear Lord, how do I get up and leave without anybody noticing that I have just shit myself? So as I'm sitting at my desk, I put the sign up on my window saying I'm closed. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. Payday. It's 1 PM. I put the sign up, so I immediately get the looks and the rolled eyes from people in line. I immediately get the looks from the other tellers around me because they're thinking, why are you closing? I untuck my shirt.
Oh, no.
Because I'm thinking to myself, you're going to see it if I stand up. Because it's not like I'm wearing black pants.
Mm-hmm.
So I untuck my shirt and I go to stand up, and my boss is walking towards me. And I look at her and I go, I have to go. And she goes, what do you mean you have to go? I said, I told you I was sick. And she goes, are you going to throw up? I went, sure. She goes, sure. Are you going to? And I don't know if she got the meaning or if she smelled me. Because she goes, sure. What do you? Okay, yeah, go ahead and go home. I get up, I pull my shirt down real fast, and I crab walk. I go sideways. Because I don't want anybody in front of me.
Nobody look at me. Nobody look at me. Nobody look at me.
I just go walking by, and as I'm walking by, I hear other people go, "Get well, Rob. Like I gotta be stinking as I'm walking past everybody." I get in my car. I'm like, how do I get home? I gotta sit in my car. I had just you remember that black Ranger that I had, that truck? That was my first car that I had gotten on my own. I'm like, am I about to ruin my car seat by driving home this way? I contemplated walking home because I'm like, I'm not going to get my shitty ass in the car.
Oh. Gross.
So I just shared that story
Absolutely
with
gross.
all of you listening.
Nice.
Talking about grown ass.
It can't be any worse than when I painted the side of Aaron's house.
While he was in bed with his girlfriend, no less. We were, I can't remember, it was a party, we were all drinking.
That was a party, it was bonfire.
Somebody was in the bathroom. Wasn't it Ed and his now wife? Weren't they in the bathroom fighting?
It was something was happening, but they were
Somebody
not
wouldn't come out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
And you were like, I gotta take a shit. You were telling everybody I have to shit. And they wouldn't come out. And you were like, I don't know what to do. And I think it was Dave who was like, go shit outside. And you went under his bedroom window, and Aaron was in bed with his girl, and he heard somebody outside, and I remember he said he looked out the window and he could see somebody, and he was like, who's out there? And he heard you giggling as you were taking a shit. Cliff, is that you? And then he said he saw somebody running off in the night. I had to use a power washer, Cliff. I remember that.
Power washer.
What did you eat?
I have no fucking clue. Dude, we had drank so much and ate so much shit that night, dude. Holy shit.
All right,
guys.
way to
you guys are
end the show.
Way too personal for us right now. Rob, go ahead and tell us where they can follow us.
They can follow us on Twitter, WNA Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at that Rob guy, Rob with 2 B's. You can follow Cliff on Twitter at Cliff Does It All. Email the show, WNApodcast@gmail.com. Find us on iTunes, subscribe on YouTube, find us on Facebook. You know where you get your podcasts. You're probably listening to it right now on there. And if you are not, please subscribe, go to iTunes, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really helps the show out. And as we said earlier, you can buy our shirt, the WNA logo shirt, at stayred.spreadshirt.com. And it's about time to go home.
I'm Clifford L. Johnson.
And I am Rob English, saying to you, when life hands you adversity, always kick out at number 2. Bye, everybody.
Good shit, guys. And